While there is lots of research out there to show that Australia hasn't had the great resignation that we've seen in other parts of the world, it is definitely true that there is a war on talent. And I saw this with all the help wanted signs throughout the Kimberley on my recent travels up there. So how do we retain staff in these times that we're currently dealing with? I'm Jo Lilovich and I'm the founder of 3D HR Legal and also the author of Homeforce, a book that is helping employers build connected and engaged remote teams. I have worked with a number of employers recently and a lot of them are complaining about how difficult it is to find staff. So what they're doing is focusing instead on how they can retain the ones they've got. And there's three key things that I want to share with you that I'm seeing people do to keep those staff on board. The first one is the basics, which is you must have a competitive salary. If you don't have that, people are much more likely to be looking elsewhere for another job that will give them at least that minimum that they want. So make sure you're checking what the job surveys are saying, look for other job advertisements, and perhaps talk to other people in your industry and find out what they are offering to employees in similar roles. Got the salary sorted, then you're on to number two, which in my view is providing professional development opportunities. Dan Pink wrote a great book called Drive, and in it he talks about people being motivated by three things, one of which is mastery. As humans, we all like to create and learn new things, and so we need to give employees the opportunity to do that at work. It might be university study, it might be online courses or conferences. It might even actually be something that is not directly related to the individual's work, but it is something that is enabling them to learn and grow and feel like they are developing themselves. The third category is a big one, which I just call creating a great place to work. And there's so many factors that fall into this. Obviously, being me, I'm going to say first up, there needs to be some flex and remote work opportunities to the extent that you can provide for them. But it might be things like providing lunches at work, whether it is a set lunch or just having lunches available, or a fruit bowl, or dinners in the freezer like Digital Picnic do, so that if you've had a rough day, you can grab a dinner out and you don't have to worry about cooking when you get home. It might be creating great team activities. The law firm Law Squared had a portrait day where everyone was sent a canvas and some tools, and they had an online course and they all got to do a portrait of one of their colleagues at work. So a really great team kind of bonding activity. You might do a group cooking class, or you might go to a whole nother level and renovate your office space to make it much more warm and inviting so that when people are in there, they're really happy to be there. Perhaps you're all about wellness and you might want to give them gym memberships or massage vouchers or pay for physio or something like that that's all about health and wellness. Another idea might be going back to that old idea of the employee of the month, so some kind of recognition program. You might give them movie vouchers or dinner vouchers or experiences. There was one law firm in Perth who had a VW Combi that had their brand all over it, and there would be employees who were given the opportunity to take that car for a week or a month and sort of drive around with it. So that could be a good way to reward the employee and promote your business at the same time. Or you might focus on another idea of Dan Pink's, which is about purpose. And so perhaps there's a charity that your business might focus on and you give your employees the ability to get involved with that. These might all sound really big, but it's really important to remember it can be really small. It can be small as saying thank you and you're doing a great job. These are the way that we create great places to work and retain people. So if you've got any questions around how you might put that into practice with a policy and communicating it to your people, then please get in touch with us at hello@3dhrlegal.com.au.